realm where magic defines power, and status defines your worth, there existed a boy, not a noble, not a chosen hero, just a servant, adopted at a young age by the Trey family. Gard sought no titles, no recognition. He fought monsters that threatened their land, shed blood to protect people who barely acknowledged his name. Yet despite years of loyalty, he was seen as nothing more than trash beneath their feet. "You're below trash itself," that's what they screamed. It was all a setup, accused of stealing, accused of laziness. The truth? The Count's own son, Lotto, couldn't stand Gard's quiet strength, so he lied. And the family believed the liar. Banished. Without proof, without justice, Gard walked away with nothing but tattered clothes, and the truth he carried silently in his heart. But what they didn't know was that Gard wasn't just a servant. 600 years ago, he was a sage, a protector of the world's balance, a master of magic, feared by monsters and respected by kings, reincarnated into this era, hoping for a quiet life. He gave up that title, gave up that life, all to experience something normal. But fate and foolish nobles had other plans. Now cast out, Gard found himself standing before destiny once more, a fluttering page, a call to the Remillion Magic Academy, the most prestigious in the world, a place where mages rise and legends are born. They thought they got rid of him, but he's only just begun. In the capital, among nobles and warriors, Gard's true power will resurface. Not to serve, but to dominate. He doesn't need their approval. He doesn't need their praise. All he needs is a chance. And when danger struck, Gard didn't hesitate. A noble girl cried for help, and where others turned away, he stepped forward. One spell, one move, the thug collapsed, never knowing what hit him. He saved her without asking for thanks. But questions arose. "Why are you so strong?" she asked. Gard said nothing, because how could he explain that he once walked the lands as the sage of a lost age? She asked him a simple question, but it was the one Gard dreaded the most.
"Why are you so strong, Gard-san? Why are you—"
Yuri, the girl he had just saved, looked up at him with innocent wonder. But how could he possibly tell her the truth? That he was a sage from another life? That he once fought monsters larger than castles and wielded spells the world had long forgotten? So he lied because I work out. Yes, that's what he said. The strongest sage in history, reduced to muttering about exercise while blushing in embarrassment. He tried to escape the moment, literally, by changing the subject and walking away. But Yuri wasn't ready to let go. Her smile faded, and behind it, years of fear and rejection began to spill forth.
"I'm not confident. I don't have much magic power. I told my parents I didn't want to apply for the academy exam, but..." Tears welled up in her eyes as she confessed what truly haunted her. "I'm an unwanted child."
Memories surged of a father's cold words.
"Are you really my daughter? Why are you so useless?"
Of pressure, duty, and a legacy she was forced to carry. Her family had thrived on magic, every member a graduate of the prestigious Remillion Academy. And now she was next. But failure meant exile, shame, disownment. Gard saw it all too clearly, the fear in her eyes, the desperation in her voice, because he had once stood in the same place, banished, rejected, alone. I can't help but see myself in her, he thought. So he reached out his hand, not as a stranger, but as someone who understood. "Give me your hand." Yuri hesitated, confused, then slowly placed her hand in his. Gard could sense it. Her magic power was low, yes, but her capacity, her potential, was enormous. He summoned his spell. Magic gift. Unlike before, this time, he was careful, gentle. He guided the energy into her like a teacher nurturing a flame. Yuri gasped. Her body pulsed with warmth. A new light bloomed from within.
"My body? It's hot. What is this power?"
Gard simply smiled and muttered his absurd excuse again. "It's the power of muscle training." It was the second biggest lie of his life. As they walked together toward the Remillion Academy, Yuri was no longer the same girl. She had magic. She had hope.
"Maybe I could get accepted. I'm going to take the challenge. I have obtained this muscle power."
Gard chuckled, but behind the smirk he felt something stir. "I think that's a good thing," he told her. "Scary things are still scary, but you're facing it. That alone is worthy of respect." Before them stood the towering gates of Remillion, the world's most elite magic academy. For Yuri, it was a step toward freedom. For Gard, a step back into the world he once left behind.
Let's do our best."
Yeah, Gard replied. "The exam begins tomorrow, and